Well, thank you so much and welcome to my videos. Like I always put it, on my videos, I deal with strictly agriculture, be it crop or animal farming. Like this time around, we are going to look at poultry farming and litter management in particular. Most people have always asked me, how often should I change the litter? The questions and the answers will be answered in this particular video. I am Themat farmer from Chipangali district, deep down in the village in Eastern Province. Welcome to my videos and thank you so much for joining me. Well, what is litter? People may ask. Litter in agriculture can mean a whole lot of things. Okay, in pigs, a litter can mean a set of piglets being born or pregnancy. That's what it means in animals like pigs. But when we come to poultry, litter simply means the beddings where the chickens will sleep. But the question still stands. How often should we change the chicken beddings? Okay, come with me as we go through step by step and the reason why beddings should be changed. First things first, you need to put the beddings, the litter. But what is litter? What is this litter we are talking about? What are these beddings we are talking about? Well, we are talking about these things down here. How do you choose litter? Litter is something which should be not poisonous to the chickens. I've heard people say sawdust. I've never used sawdust, and I don't intend to use sawdust because it's very fine. And then when you introduce chicks, when you put chicks on the sawdust, they'll end up eating those chicks. Some of them might be poisonous. So I would advise you to choose your litter wisely. For example, I live in the village, meaning that the groundnut shells are in abundance. Okay, the soybean shells are in abundance. So these are the two things I use here in the village. As long as they can't suffocate the chickens, you are good to go. Because sometimes chicken, you might drop some feed on your litter. They want to eat that. And then if that litter is poisonous, you have challenges. Let's get back to our topic. How often do you change the litter? Okay, the first things first. How thick should be a litter? We'll answer your question, how often should you change the litter? In this case, the thickness of your litter should be at least 6 inches, 4 to 6 inches. The reason why is because the litter, the duty of the litter, one of the duties or the function of the litter is to absorb the droppings, the liquid from the droppings, okay, so that it doesn't become muddy in your poultry. Because if it becomes wet, you have challenges with diseases. Okay, you have challenges with the respiratory system in your chickens. They don't have ready droppings. You see, they will have swollen eyes, which will add a cost to your productions. Like I always say, bringing down the cost of production is every farmer's dream. Every farmer would love to have the production cost go down. How often should we change the litter? Still stands. The litter should always be dry. If the litter is wet, you have challenges. The production cost will go up. So in short, each time it's very wet, the litter has to be changed. But sometimes, is it necessary to change the entire litter? Sometimes it's not necessary. Okay, which areas are usually affected when it becomes waste? It's the areas around your drinkers, especially the manual drinkers. Those places around those drinkers, they're usually wet. So what do? Instead of you changing the entire poultry, it's better to just change those litter around your drinkers. You just change that, you throw it away, you bring in a new litter around your drinkers. Meaning that you won't need to change the entire poultry. Like I said, once the litter is wet, the ammonium concentrate becomes high. One, it will be stinking, bad smell, and then the chickens will be dying. especially when you put your brazier wafakamba or mkati, it becomes worse. So make sure that your litter is ever dry. I'm talking about broiler chickens. Sometimes there's no need for you to change the litter if it's dry. Okay, you can only change the litter all the time if you are changing the batch. For example, the chickens here get finished. There's no, even if it's dry, you can't put a new batch on the old litter. You can't. You remove that, you put a new litter, you disinfect the place. Doing that, you'll be a good farmer. You'll be harvesting well. I hope this answers your question. How often should you change litter? Like in broilers, some people don't even change the litter. I sometimes don't change the litter unless there's an infection or I see blood, I change. But if the litter is dry, there's no need. I just change the wet portions like around the drinkers. Unless you have layers where you can change 3, 4 times in a year. But it's not absolutely necessary in broilers. So let's do a recap. 1, keep your litter dry. Okay. 2, keep your litter thick enough for them to absorb the ammonia, to absorb the wetness from the top. If you've got any question to do with poultry farming, please feel free to get in touch with me. Remember, I always read your comments and I'm always working on your comments. It's just unfortunate I don't have a computer to do the full editing. I wish I had one. If you can donate one for me, I would appreciate it. This is a village. This is what we can afford. This is what we can manage. If I had a laptop or even a desktop, I was going to do a good job like editing and stuff like that and bringing you the close-ups you need. Like I always say, bringing down the cost of production is every farmer's dream. Avoid too much medications. Avoid spillage of feed. Because feed and medications, they consume too much. Already, feed has been increased. So bring it down. Keep your litter dry. If you like this video, share it. If you've got any question, feel free. 0977 851196. 0977 851196. Be a farmer and be a millionaire. Knowledge is power. Thank you so much. I'm the Mad Farmer from Chipangari district, deep down in the village in Eastern Province. Thank you so much for watching my videos.